October 21st, 2021. Halfcast 166, episode 166. Let's go. Happy Thursday, y'all. Hope everyone's evening is going well. Of course, I have a few things to share with you guys. An evening of reflection. Shall we? Brian Laundrie's remains found in Florida Park. FBI confirms. Let's read that again. Brian Laundrie's remains found in Florida Park, not Dog the Bounty Hunter. FBI confirms, and this is weird. This is a little, everything's a little bit too in sync with each other, because right after they say the parents went to the search site, they found something, that they found a bag that might have his personal effects, and they found some remains, and all this happened within about, I don't know, a few days time, maybe within a few days time. Yeah, like, come on. It's all too convenient, and this is not justice. This is not justice for that poor girl and her family. This is my opinion. Hear me out here. Is because that man felt absolutely no remorse for what he did to that young lady, because if he felt sorry for anything that he did, he would have turned himself in a month ago. He would have turned it. He wouldn't have drug it out like this. Either he was planning on killing himself. He was never planning on at least thinking to come in and answer and tell his side of the story. No, because he knew his side of the story was foul. Yeah, he never. So respects to the family that they might begin the healing process now, but they found this piece of crap. And on October 21st, 2021, a comparison of dental records confirmed that the human remains found at the T. Marbury Carlton Jr. Memorial Reserve at Mayaka. They keep throwing that name at me, and I keep fucking it up. Creed Environmental Park are those of Brian Laundrie. And the way y'all were playing, the way they were spinning this, like he was so damn hard to find, you would think that at the end after they finished gathering all the evidence, one of the officers will walk off the crime scene and pull a rubber mask off, and it'll turn out to be fucking Brian Laundrie. The way they super villained them, or I don't know, jerk. But this is not justice, because he really didn't plan to. If he was willing to turn himself in, if it was anything dealing with an accident, if he felt sorry in any type of way, if he felt anything other than his own selfishness for what he did, he would have turned himself in to the police to at least try to tell his side of the story. Hispanic cop, notorious for claiming to be black, sued for making fellow officers' life a living hell. So it's not White Mike anymore. It's not White Mike. It's Miguel Blanco, a Miami Police Department captain and former union boss who was probed by state law enforcement and the FBI for a pattern of abuse and bias against black people, has been sued by a fellow sergeant for allegedly upending a man's career. This can't be him. Edwin Gomez, a 23-year veteran of the Miami Police Department, claims in his Monday lawsuit, a copy of which was obtained by the Daily Beast, that he participated in a racial discrimination investigation filed against Javier Ortiz in January 2020 as part of an investigation which included the testimony of two officers. Gomez said he testified about how Ortiz regularly engaged in outrageous acts of despicable discrimination. Well, what did he do? Against black citizens, women, and other minorities. Of the investigation, Ortiz was the president of the Miami's Fraternal Order of Police Union, and the suit indicates that Gomez called for Ortiz's ouster. This past January, Ortiz lost the re-election bid in a race for FOP president. Gomez's testimony was included in a 50-page report issued by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. Uh, the report found that Ortiz's history pointed to a pattern of abuse and bias against minorities, particularly African Americans. Wow, why? The report also said Ortiz, who once claimed that he is black and not Hispanic because of the one drop rule that stems from America's Jim Crow past, he really dug in the crates. He found some shit that even black people don't know. Was known to cyberstalk and dox built civilians who complained of investigations, more than 60 excessive force complaints and lawsuits with pricey settlements. Up when you start costing the company money, when you start costing the precinct money, now they want to get into what the hell you're doing. According to Gomez's suit, almost immediately after his testimony against Ortiz in 2020, he began to be harassed publicly by the problem cop. Yep, that's what happens when you open your mouth and speak out against wrongdoing, especially in a police department. These type of things will happen. This allegedly included being called a coward multiple times in front of other officers. To this day, the suit claims Ortiz makes Gomez's life in the department a living hell. Like the show, subscribe and comment. Let me know you're rocking with your boy. How fake social accounts are getting people duped out of money. Yes, this is a good one because I've had people under names that were like friends and family members say, "Hi, how's the family?" I'm like, "Okay." Yeah, like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Like, you think long time no see. They're like, "Yeah, I came to ask you, did you hear about the government grant? What? Did you hear about the vouchers? Did you hear about the PPP program? Are you cashing in?" Like, what? Get out of here. Yeah, people are, what I believe is happening is people are, they're duplicating the names of people who you're close to, and I've seen it's happening on Instagram also. People are duplicating the names of people who are you are close to friend you and then try to spam you or whatever. I don't know what the hell. From April to June this year, Facebook reports they have removed more than 1.7 billion fake accounts from its site, but it is unknown how many fake accounts are still on the site. One of those accounts is U.S. Navy Petty Officer Mike Sensi, a naval officer. Get out of here. Do you have any idea how many fake mics there may be out there using your picture? Yes, yeah. CBS News senior medical correspondent Dr. Tara Narula asked, too many, I would probably say, 500 to 600 over different social media platforms. Since he replied, about 5 or 6 years ago, he started seeing his real name and images used on fake social media accounts for dating scams and other online cons. There's no way that all you women look exactly the same with different names. And he said that 2 years ago, somebody messaged, they sent over $15,000 of their own money to him. Wow. Every single day I get a message from somebody who has been, duped out of money or have put, months of their life into somebody romantic who they thought they were talking to and it wasn't them. You should not be sending money to, if somebody, if you've never met somebody in person and the first thing they do is get comfortable asking you for money, that is definitely a red flag about the potential future of the relationship, right? So I feel bad for those people, said Sensi Narula's husband, as well as a CBS News foreign correspondent, Charlie De Diagata. What? Also discovered fake accounts using their pictures. Issy Leposki, chief correspondent for the tech news website Protocol, said it's very easy to make fake accounts, man. Somebody actually was like, I knew it wasn't that person because the person make music. The person makes actually good music. And when I started talking to him about like, you got any albums coming up or anything like that, then they didn't know what to say. That's how I was like, oh, it's not true then. Yeah, because eight Nigerians charged with alleged internet scams promising romance and travel. Yes, you'll be my queen, and your kingdom will be everything that the light touches. Eight, Niger- Eight Nigerians have been charged in the U.S. with running widespread internet scams for at least a decade from their base of operation in Cape Town, South Africa. Federal prosecutors in New Jersey announced Wednesday, yo, these people have been getting promising people things that I guess that's an age old scam is the promising of something that's going to make somebody satisfied or make somebody happy. Some promising fulfillment, not just promising money, promising fulfillment or satisfaction. Yeah, the suspects who were arrested in Cape Town and are awaiting extradition have suspected ties to a transnational organized crime syndicate originating in Nigeria known as Black Axe. Cool name. From 2011 to 2021, the defendants allegedly ran schemes that involved their telling victims in the United States false narratives about traveling to South Africa for work and needing money after a series of unfortunate and foreseen events. A thing you do, you don't say hello. You're not asking me about American stuff as a curiosity to the culture on the other side of the world. No, the first thing you do is telling me that my water buffalo got stuck in a ditch. It clogged up the well water, is poisoning the well. And yeah, and I need money to buy a shovel so I can dig out so I could dig the money. The co-conspirators often use aliases not only of a purported love interest of a victim, but also of other people involved in that person's life, including a purported child, a business partner, or a friend to bolster their perceived legitimacy of stories portrayed as a part of the romance scam or advanced fee scam. The advanced fee scam is like, yeah, I'm the prince of Zamunda. And yeah, please send my loyal servant Simi $15,000 so he could free up the 20 million rubles that I have in the royal chest to further induce the victims to send money on behalf of the purported love interest. The indictment said, "Whoa, be careful, yo. If it sounds too, and I know it's cliche, but if it sounds too good, you might invite a killer to your doorstep." The defendants are charged with wire fraud conspiracy, money laundering conspiracy, and aggravated money. Software executive sentenced to, oh, the scams are running rampant tonight, people. Software executive sentenced to 9 years for role in $50 million horoscope text messaging fraud. And I think I have been into this. I think they got me for about 20, $30. The former CEO of an Australian mobile software company has been sentenced to more than 9 years in prison for his role in a massive horoscope text messaging fraud that built 50 million from hundreds of other crimes. There are no victims. Like, yeah, Michael Pierce, 52, was accused of helping develop software that would auto subscribe unwitting cell phone customers to premium text message that had bill. You're crazy because I wouldn't want to pay it. The charges would continue, however, until the subscriber noticed them on their bill and unsubscribed from the service. Efforts to challenge the previous charges often proved difficult. Yep. And all the scheme took in $50 million in fraudulent charges, 10 million of in court filings. Pierce, who served as a volunteer firefighter in Australia, argued that he played only a secondary role in the scheme and didn't use the money he received to finance a lavish lifestyle. Like hell, if you didn't, then you weren't doing it right. You didn't get the assignment. I'm going to live a lavish lifestyle, but one thing I am going to do, I'm not going to spend the whole 10.2 million. I'm going to do my 9 fucking years. I'm going to do whatever time you give me. And when I come home, I'm going to come home to like 8 million of it buried in somebody's backyard some fucking where. Yeah, that's how you do her jerseys. Wow. Oh, fun show, fun show, fun show. Don't forget to turn on your post notification so you can catch this ride with me next time. That being said, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Adios.